Yeah, I wanted to be a fighter pilot when I was in like high school.
Yeah, I was.
That was
It's funny you say that because I was like, when I thought about joining a branch of the military,
yeah.
I was always like Air Force.
Dude,
That'd
for
be
real.
awesome.
Like, did you ever go to the air shows as a kid?
No, I've seen
Yeah,
them from
those
like a
things were always
distance.
awesome.
Dude,
Yeah,
oh
those
my
are
God, it was so like inspiring.
Yeah.
Like when you'd see like the F-16s like fly by, like you would just
Yeah.
you would feel it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, you can feel it. Like
and I
your
was just
stomach
yeah,
pounding.
and you're just like, oh my God, like holy shit, like I got to do that. And like I was so invested in doing that. I like actually joined Civil Air Patrol when I was like in eighth
That's
grade, 7th and
crazy.
8th grade. So we got to like shoot like these like M16 simulators. I was like probably like 13 at the
Wait,
time.
shoot an M16 or fly an M16?
No, it was
An
a
F-16.
simulator. It was a M16 simulator. Like
Okay.
yeah. We
Oh,
used
I
to, like,
gotcha.
yeah, it was like it was crazy. It was just like this small auxiliary of the Air Force. You can look it up if you want. It's called Civil Air Patrol. It's
that's pretty
ridiculous.
cool.
Like
I think I've
any
heard of that before.
yeah, any like civilian like can like enter at like a certain age. It was kind of like a kid thing. It was like Boy Scouts, but like for like flight and aeronautics.
What kind
and
of
stuff.
plane did they did it like allow you to fly
All right,
in the
so
simulator?
we flew Cessnas. I got to fly one of those like ones. It was called like an O flight where we got to like fly with an instructor. So I got to fly like a little Cessna. That was freaking cool.
Nice.
And we got to do a lot of other cool stuff too. We would like practice like search and rescue. We'd like did all the drills. You know, my dad, he was a Marine, so like I was kind of like into this too. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of dope. So we started doing that. And, like we'd have like tests and stuff. Like a buddy of mine got to fly in a Black Hawk like out of Barnes Air Force Base. But this simulator we did was like so crazy. We got to like shoot these like fake M16s. They had like these CO2 like cartridges that would like just make it kick back into your shoulder.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So and they had this thing called Team Yankee. It was like a big thing in the Northeast. It was it's a what is it? It's pretty much practice for like everybody in the Northeast, like
Yeah.
you know, like all the armed forces, like Jesus, I can't even think right now. You know, like the National Guard, like Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines. So they would take a bunch of the Civil Air Patrol kids and like people because you could I think it was like 12 to 18, and like once you get to a certain point, you could become a senior and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
But like eventually, if you don't, like you kind of just have to like bounce like at a certain age. So you really have to like kind of work your way up. It was really serious and shit. But so it's called Team Yankee.
And this
and
is all done virtually?
this is all like real life.
Oh,
yeah, this is
wow,
all
okay.
real life. Yeah, so like we would go on base. Like my dad would drop me off every Thursday. You know what I mean? We would go to this base and we would like do like PT one week. We would do like search and rescue the next week. We would do like you know, just like a classroom work the next week. So then after that, we would this Team Yankee thing popped up. I was like, yo, this is dope. So it's pretty much like that whole like training thing for all those guys, like for a big disaster. So we all got these cards that said like what we had wrong with us.
Yeah.
And like mine was just like I have like a crazy fever and I'm ill. I'm like, that's so boring. Like my friend said, you just are out of your mind and like you're like crazy. Like some people like they would take like condoms and like stuck them like stuffed them up with like fake blood to like make it look like your intestines and shit.
Oh,
So
fuck.
yeah, so we all slept in a hangar that night, and I didn't get like a wink of sleep because it was just like a
So they'd simulate all this.
yeah,
just
yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
So we were being the simulators, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
we would be like the people, like the victims, and like they were gonna have to act on us. So
Yeah.
so pretty much like we slept in a hangar, and then all of a sudden like they just had like these trash cans, these metal trash cans, and like they fucking like woke us all up. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's like 4 a.m. I like fell asleep like an hour ago. Yeah, so I was like, oh my god. So we started off, we had like some breakfast and stuff, and I remember like we got on these buses and then we like got in there and like my buddy who said he was like crazy, he like walks into like this tent where we're like getting evaluated. It's like "Rah!" and like he starts going nuts and this big dude just like picks him up like super fast but like gently and just like puts him down on the ground. And I was just like, holy shit. I was like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean?
No,
So I was
thanks.
just like, yo, dude, I just got a fever. I'm like, but like I underplayed myself, like, because
Yeah.
I didn't realize like how like it worked. So like pretty much like the most urgent people would like get to like fly out like on an AC-130 or like a Black Hawk or like something cool.
An actual?
Yeah, actually, they would
Wow.
like go to like over to Westover and like
Yeah.
drop them off, and like it was like very, very real
damn.
like, for them. Yeah, like for me, it was just fun as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I underplayed my injury, and like they just like put me in like a truck and like drove me like a tent like 20 feet over. And I was like, damn, dude.
Damn it.
But yeah, it was really fun. So
Dude, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
where is this?
so this was
You
in,
can you still do this?
I'm
Obviously, I
not
know it's
sure.
COVID times, but like without COVID times,
I mean, probably. I mean, if
That's
you
a
look into
fucking
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
because Civil Air
Experience and a
Patrol is it's still a real thing. It looks like.
Yeah, no, yeah. This
Yeah.
this one dude is like last name was Rossi. He was like the man. Like we'd have to like do like drill, and we'd be like sitting there like trying to like be quiet and just like be serious. And he'd like come up like to my face, like you know, you just have to stare straight and like not like we do all that kind of drill stuff.
yeah.
And then he would like just look at me and he'd just be like, and then I'd like start laughing, and like I'd get in trouble. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
he'd try to make you
he's-
laugh, and you're not supposed to break.
yeah, and I always looked up to that dude. He was like really intimidating, but he was funny. Like
Yeah.
when he would like shit on somebody, like he would just make it hilarious, and he'd get us all to laugh, and then he'd get us all in trouble. And now like he's a pilot, like a private pilot, like doing his thing. Like I couldn't
Damn.
see him doing anything else. You know what I mean? There were some kids there that you would meet. You're just like, damn, dude, you're gonna. And there was also some kids there who were just like, yeah, dude, my mom just wanted me to do this shit because I'm
Did
a
they
pain
ever?
in the ass. You know?
Did you get a chance to like go through any like G-force or hypoxia simulations,
We didn't get to do that, honestly. Like
like
the only,
elevation training or anything?
no, nothing like I didn't get that far into it, honestly. But it was
Wait, so it was like a program you could have stuck.
yeah,
with.
yeah. It was a program I could have stuck with for sure. And honestly,
That's
like
fucking awesome.
what happened was I was like I got to high school and I started like just like just like researching more and more and like really digging into like how difficult it is to like get into that field.
Yeah.
And it's truly insane. Like they're not gonna let some kid who gets like a B plus in math class like fly a plane that costs like $352 million.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Of like
seriously.
taxpayer money. You know what I mean?
Seriously, dude, you
Like,
gotta
if
be
you-
smart.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
you found out like some dude who got like a C or just was like paid off to fly one of these planes, it's just like
It's fine.
Well, I
Yeah, I
hope they have something that might simulate the level of intellect and know-how
or I hope they're
that's
lucky.
similar to dealing with an aircraft like that. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
it's-
thinking about people flying the F-22 Raptors. I mean, those
Yeah, dude, oh my
stealth
God,
fighter,
they're
the
so sweet,
fucking
man.
what do they call it? Those planes are usually used for air superiority.
Yeah.
They're just fucking
Dude, those-
dogfight airplanes.
Those vectoring thrusters, man. God, bro.
What, the flat ones?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. Is
Vectoring
that what that means?
Yeah,
when,
so,
when
like-
they're like rectangular instead of
so like
circular.
there's like these thrusters on the back. They usually just shoot out the afterburner, like that
Yeah.
fire you see and stuff. So like these ones, like they direct that fire. So like say like the fire's coming out straight.
Yeah,
These like plates will like move.
yeah.
So like the fire
Oh,
hits it and
yes.
throws it like this.
Yeah.
way.
Yes, yes.
So, like,
yeah.
It can turn like crazy. It's
I've
wild.
heard those have to be replaced like all the time because
Yeah.
physics
Yeah.
forces a
I
circle.
was like thinking about it. I was like, bro, like what is that made out
Yeah,
of? You know what I mean?
dude, seriously.
I was like, dude, they're saying like,
Wolverine's
yeah, it's
bones
made
were
out of
running out-
titanium. I'm
came
like,
out
dude,
of the
there's
sky.
there's no way that's made out of titanium.
Thor's
I
hammer.
don't care. That shit is burning. You know?
Yeah.
That's so much power. I was like, that's crazy.
If-